Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for another episode of Age of Wonders 3, or 4. Age of Wonders 4, gosh, you do that for 6 years, you get used to it. Age of Wonders 4 Advanced Strategy Series, and I'm back with Jormag and getting ready to head south and deal with Noctis, who is causing trouble down here near my outpost. I think they're going to take that. I am going to get started here with your comments and feedback. I have a couple notes that I made for myself as well. But one thing I did write down for myself. I want to remember to do this like right now. But yeah, I have that spider leg, and I need to give that to Jormag. I don't think I have anything else Jormag can take right now, so we'll give my dragon the spider leg so they can summon a spider in battle if needed. And then I also put a note that I need to remember to buy that hero on the next turn. As Jormag is passing through, so they can all head south together. From Roderick and Anon Me, Steadfast can be dispelled. Interesting. Spell purged from the Spellbreaker. And apparently there's a similar battlefield spell from one of the tomes that's like some sort of a purifying burst, remove all buffs and debuffs kind of spell. I was looking through the spell tomes and could not find it. If anyone knows where that is, let me know. One of them had mentioned it might have been in the Astral Tomes. I didn't see it in there, but I just looked through real quick because I'm kind of in a hurry today. So if any of you guys know what that is, feel free to drop that down in the comments. I'm pretty sure it is in there somewhere. It's some sort of purifying burst, but that can clear out Steadfast if you have a Berserker that's being particularly pesky and you really need it to die on a particular turn. That Steadfast buff can apparently be removed. According to Roderick and Anon Me. And also from Roderick and Chris Lighthawk, another way to get around that is the Assassinate ability, or really any other ability that's like an instant kill. So like Invoke Death or Assassinate, and I think there's one in like the Materium tree. It's some sort of fissure ability. It reminds me of the move. I think it's called Fissure from Pokemon. That it's like a one-hit kill, but it only has like a 30% chance to land or something. But that's what it reminds me of. But yeah, that anything that is like an instant kill is not technically doing damage, so it's just ending the unit. Period. So it doesn't have to get past that unit's HP cannot drop below 1 health threshold, because it's just ending the unit. It's not checking anything regarding HP. It's just an insta-kill. So yeah, just a few ways to get around Berserkers if anyone was interested. From why, honestly, Battlefield summons now start with full AP, but the elemental phase begins on cooldown, apparently. So just a couple changes. I think those are part of the Wyvern update. But yeah, Battlefield summons, they do start when you first initially summon them. They can basically move and attack 3 times, or they have 3 action points to use. But apparently their phase starts on cooldown, and they can't use that until effectively the last turn of their existence, since they now have a timer on them for any combat summon, after which they expire. So yeah, that is useful to know. I will try to remember that as I'm picking abilities. I still don't know if I'm going to pick the summons. I think there's other stuff I might rather have my dragon get that benefits the dragon directly and just makes it more powerful. But we'll have to see what options are available to me as I level up, which will be soon. The next level I'll get my first signature ability or whatever. I think that the first one is just like buffs for the dragon. I think I already know what one I'm leaning towards on that one. From, let's see, why honestly, and I run for True Sight. Speaking of my dragon, True Sight is heightened senses in the dragon skills line, and the second level gives total awareness, which would be really good in combat. Total awareness prevents the unit from being flanked. If I look at my dragon skills, I actually can get heightened senses, and I probably will pick that up in the next level. Now that I'm going to go south to fight Noctis, I'm going to be fighting possibly some in the ice and snow territory. And I need to be able to see through this Arctic blizzards, because Noctis could be hiding units in it that are on their way up to me that I can't see. So that's something that I want to make sure I'm well aware of. For the moment, my best plan is just keep my armies all together as best as I can. But yeah, that's probably, I think I'm going to pick up True Sight for sure next, and I might just get Heightened Senses too after that. We'll see what options are available to me. From Anon Me, this is one that I'd like anyone else to confirm. I thought it was interesting, but apparently magic attacks can't hit friendly units when they're missing. I can't think of a situation where I've noticed that happening, so I can't say that's not true. It just surprises me that the game would treat magic attacks different, like, you know, like a magic bolt different from like an archer shot. So if anyone can confirm whether or not that's true or has an example of like that not working, let me know. But so far, I can't say that that isn't true because I've never noticed it myself. It's always been physical range attacks that I've noticed that have missed, so and hit friendly units. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Also from Anon Me, excuse me. Also from Anon Me, my skirmisher units all have slippery. That's just a good thing to remember that these the snow spirits and my skirmish or my sunderers can all just basically walk away from enemies that are pressuring them. Very good to remember and make use of. Also, apparently, from Anon B, boosting a building partway through construction essentially refunds what would have otherwise been wasted gold in production. I thought that was very interesting because I usually try to avoid building buildings until I have the boost in place. But according to what Anon Me is saying, you don't have to do that as long as you get the boost in place sometime during that building's construction. The costs are essentially refunded, and you get that gold in production back. I think that seems like a very unusual and odd mechanic that I wouldn't have expected. But if anyone can do the math on that and confirm whether or not that's true, I would appreciate that as well. Because if that is, that significantly changes how I will go about approaching build order and whatnot. A couple other things here from Demon Cleaner. Forced March will likely be very useful for me. Pairs very well with the Ritual of Alacrity as it removes the exhausted debuff that the Ritual of Alacrity does, which basically prevents units from healing for a certain period of time, whether in or out of combat. And then also from Eli Fire and Anon Me, resource pickup south of Monster Spawner. I don't know for sure if this is occupied. It doesn't look like it is, but that's that little mana stash down there. I think I'll have my scout turn around and get that. I think it's getting a little extra mana before running off to explore the east is probably better. The rest of the units have to stick together as they move south to deal with Noctis. And that is everything. That is all the comments and feedback. We're in the process of casting frost arrows, so I'll let that pan out. And I am making Furies and getting War Shamans. Don't have still need to get to tier 3 before I can make my Berserkers. And I'm going to want to do that soon if I can. Already got borders expanded all the way down there, so that feels good. But I think that's about as far as they can go right now. Alright, I think I'm ready for the next turn. As a reminder, I am going to get a scout back. It ran away. I had to retreat from that outpost I have way out to the west. Which for some reason they didn't bother to capture, which I think is odd. It looks like this city or that outpost is probably going to become a city in 3 turns. Either that or it's working on some other upgrade. I am hoping he turns this into a city. I did have somebody mention that maybe I want to let him turn this one into a city as well, so that I can raise it. But I think from an economic perspective, that might make sense. And I can go to the next turn while I'm talking about that. From an economic perspective, I think that might make sense to let them turn it into a city. And I actually don't know if I can stop them from doing so. But I would prefer not to do that because I would rather have the immediate military benefits of having a spot for my units to regenerate health. Because remember, I can't do that in the snow yet. So it's something that I need to keep in mind. I'll get Seeker Arrows next. That's really good. Spell Tempered Shields is done. And I've already selected my new research Frost Arrows. Currently still casting. And I do have a new Empire Development skill available. I think this one is completely useless to me, so I'm not going to get that. What should I pick up? Is there anything else? That one's basically useless to me. Anything that has to do with getting more cities or making city-states happy with me. I probably should go ahead and pick up road building. I don't know how useful that's going to be right off the bat, but I think that's one that I should probably get just to make sure that I have it in place when I need it. I actually haven't really done anything with building roads in this game before, so but I do believe that for someone who can't build extra cities, building roads is definitely going to be a part of my strategy going forward. Let's see, for these guys okay, this is the turn that I need to buy that hero on, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And we are going over the hero cap with this, so this is going to start cutting into my gold income. but I think it's worth it. Yeah, we need at least one extra hero. We probably will need more than that. Now, first things first, we have to switch that out for the satirical orb, because we can't have him running around casting fire damage. That's against the rules. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, we got Evoker's robes for him, so that's good. Is there anything else? Nope. Okay, that's the best we can do with him for now. And I believe his upgrades, he has a level of Magecraft, which is fine. We're just gonna have him be a magic dude. Close that. So he is ready to join in and help. As you can see, that did take a pretty big chunk of my gold income out per turn, but I think it will be worth it in the long run. And he is already at full health with full movement, so we're gonna let him just kind of move down here. I have to decide who wants to go into my capital to get the Ritual of Alacrity. Ideally, it's going to be the more wounded units, since it heals 50% of their health. Jormag definitely needs it. And I probably want to make sure that my Berserker is topped off. This guy needs it for sure. These three need it most. And let's see, who else wants it? I think, let's see, the Berserker would heal a total of 3 plus 20? No, hang on. No, that's 3 plus 10 plus 6. That's 19. She would heal... Yeah, the Berserker would get the most health out of it, because his max health is higher. So we're going to let him have that. Alright, so these guys, and then I can select that army. How do I do this? I'm not used to doing this with a city. There it is. Ritual of Alacrity. Okay. Let's go ahead and use that. Okay, that boosts everyone's health. Jormag's up to max health. Everyone else is looking pretty good. And then we can move on down south. So their movement points are all restored. I want to get a good army put together. For the time being, Jormag and Battle Mage dude can work together. I don't think there's any advantage to having him leading his own stack at the moment. Eventually, they will need to split up. But I wouldn't mind having him with that group for now. He is also mounted, so he can move a little faster than most other units. We probably want the healer dude in there with them. Have a support unit. Let's get a White Witch. And... let's see, do we want a Sunderer or a Berserker? Something to round out the army a little bit. Probably a Warrior, I think. There's no shield units in here other than, like, the War Shaman. So I'll give them one of my Warriors just so they have, like, a shield guy to do some tanky business. And then everybody else can just stack up and move as far as they can. And all of you right there, please. Thank you. Also, when your units are this close to being done, I normally like to just hurry it, because that means the Fury can come move down with them on this turn as well. That'll only cost 10 gold to get that out a turn faster. I think that's well worth the investment. I probably will go ahead and queue up another Fury after the War Shaman. It is taking a very long time to build these units. I need better draft income. Once the Masonic Hall is done, I'll be able to just spam a bunch of buildings up here. I kind of went all in on production initially, which is fine. If you're a perfectionist artisan, it's usually pretty well worth it, I think. Alright, yeah, I am going to have him turn around and go after that mana pile. Hopefully there's nothing sitting on it. Yes, province being pillaged. Okay, now they're messing up that stuff over there. Alright. Infestation is sending invade. Oh, gosh. Dang it. I don't need to deal with another infestation in my backline right now. That's a problem. If I'd have known there was another one up there, I would have kept going that way and finished it off. Ooh, now I have a tough decision to make. Do I turn around and let Noctis have free reign of my territory? I think I have to. I can't... My only advantage here is that I'm fighting a one-tile-wide war. Or, well, not one tile wide, like a one-front war between these two mountain ranges. This is all I have to defend. If I have stuff spawning in my backline causing trouble... How is there another infestation? There was one right here, and now there's another one up there? I wish I hadn't moved that scout. I would actually double-check to make sure the game wasn't goofing with me, but... Alright, I don't like this, but those infestations can be deadly if left unchecked. I have to just build up units in Frost Citadel for a while. Maybe it's not the worst thing. I can build up units, get a 3-stack, and then go after Noctis. I hate this. I hate this. I wanted to go fight him. But I can't let an infestation sit unchecked behind me. It will cause way too much trouble. Like this one over here will probably bother Noctis more than me. So hopefully he spends some time dealing with that instead of coming after Frost Citadel. At least I've got roads going out there that can kind of make this faster. I guess that helps a little. I would like to get that province and have a more direct route through here. Maybe I will be able to get enough Imperium for that. No, not on the next turn. Maybe on the return trip. Alright. Well, I don't see that I have much of a choice here now. Dang. The thing that scares me is he could be moving through the snow and I wouldn't even notice. Although, he's kind of dumb. He would probably raise stuff along the way and give away his position. He's a dumb computer. Well, I got a quest. I guess I'll accept it. Normally these are... It's about the most annoying spot it could be, but alright. We'll deal with that on the way back, but the infestation comes first. Alright, the fastest way seems to think is just to come along through the north here. So that's what we'll do. I am still gonna go grab that mana down there. Alright, cool. 50 free mana. I'll take that. Frost Arrows is also ready. I'm gonna go ahead and cast that enchantment. And we can work on Spell-Tempered Shields next, I suppose. Gotta watch that mana, but once the Masonic Hall is done, I'll be able to build some mana structures pretty quickly. We're gonna fly through a few turns here, because there's not really a lot else that I can do. I kind of want to save Imperium for a little while and fast-track the city to population 10, so that I can get Berserkers. I really need to be building them. Oh, I don't like coming back out here. I'm gonna feel really dumb if that infestation message was... No, I'm pretty sure that popped up on this turn. I think there is another infestation back here. I was worried it was left over from killing the last infestation. It just seems really strange to me that two would spawn so closely. Alright, let's go... Yeah, oh, I saw them. They were hiding in the snow. There they are. Okay, that'll at least get rid of that group. Yep, there's definitely another infestation back here. Wow, the game crammed two right next to each other. Okay, we're gonna go after that with these guys. Fortunately, Jormag's army is within range. We'll see what the auto gives us, but I might not be able to afford any sort of significant amount of damage here. I'm gonna do this one manually. I took a decent amount of damage that I don't think I'm willing to accept. I think I can do this more carefully and not take I could take very little, if any, damage. I could use units to... Oh, I forgot about that. That's part of the source of the damage. I need to use units to heal, like do AoE heals. Also, I gotta remember that guy is Seduce too. I can create the tier 2 spider. We aren't gonna do that right now. For the moment, I need to get everybody next to shield units to protect them from the cold. Shield and shaman type units. which this army really only has one option, and it's this guy, so that will give them some resistance. So let's gather them all around. And this guy also has a shield. Oh wait, no he doesn't. No he doesn't, he's a sorcerer. Never mind. Well, we're gonna try to get him next to somebody who does have one then. On the next turn I'm gonna use this guy to revitalize a group of people. Give them strengthened. And protect them from the frost a little bit. Okay, I think everyone is covered by a shield unit now. Minimal damage, that's fine. They want to come out after the Sunders. Alright, I think we got them where we want them. This should be a pretty good position. I'm going to go ahead and use... I'm just going to use Strengthened on this group here. They all kind of need it. And I'm going to try to use the White Witches to freeze as much as I can. This guy can do a pretty good amount of damage to that unit. I don't think I'm going to bother with Convert in this battle. I think this stuff should die easily enough. Lesser Dragon Breath does have a chance to freeze, and I could get several of them caught in it. Not all of them. Alright, I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's damage this bird a bit. Actually, let's use the Sunderers first, if I can. Remember, they have Slippery, so they can move away, but they can't move through Zone of Control, so they can only move backwards. So I'm going to do that. And then that lets them use this to sunder defense on something. Now, this guy is going to take melee to deal with. They are very... very annoying. I think I'm going to try to shield bash him. We're going to sunder his defense. We're going to sunder his defense. Oh, that's a Fury. Hang on. I thought I had another Sunderer. No, I only have one in this group. Okay, never mind. Alright, basically all the range units should probably target the birds. So, let's do that. They could finish that bird off, no problem. These guys are weak to frost, aren't they? They're lesser storm spirits. No, wait, no, lesser storm spirits, not water spirits. Okay, so they don't really care about frost. I wonder if I can move her back. And could I freeze one of them? I do have a 90% chance to freeze those guys. I think that's a good use of them. Yeah. Stick him in place. And I wouldn't mind freezing the other one and using the warrior to finish off that bird, because I think the dragon paired with like the berserker and some of my other units can pretty much finish off the rest of this stuff. So if I could get her close enough to freeze the other one, the problem is I got a lot of units in the way. I think if I can make room, Jormag could move here. I think I see a path. If Jormag goes there, these guys go here. Berserker guy makes a line. I'm gonna go ahead and use him to shoot this guy now. Triggering Despair, apparently. Jormag's probably gonna fly here, and use Lesser Dragon Breath to hit several units at once. And there is a chance it will freeze the guy in the back. No, wait. No, I don't think it'll reach him. No, I don't think it will. I don't think there's any downside to positioning Jormag there yet, though. Unless the Fury might get in the way. Alright, I'll do I'm going to take the 70% shot on that bird in the back because it's the hardest one for me to reach. And I may want to get the Berserker into a spot. Yeah, my units are all kind of jammed up here. Alright, I think I'm going to just do this. If I do that, then I have a chance to freeze them. If I tail swipe, I do significantly more damage, and I think cancel the retaliations. I think I'll take the tail swipe here, actually. Okay, that cancels their defense mode. So I maybe should have done that earlier. The Berserker just can't quite get out of here is the problem. I would like him to run forward further, but that's okay. I have made enough room for her to get forward enough to try to freeze this guy in the back, which is what I wanted to do. Okay, got the freeze. Now, if I could finish off everybody on this turn, that would be good, but I don't think I can. I think I need to wait a turn. So we got to focus on killing those crows, because the two frozen in the back are no threat whatsoever at this point. So how much movement do you have left? Can you go anywhere or do anything? I don't think so. I'm going to have you chop those guys. Have you hit this guy. And then you are now free to hit that bird, and it's just the one on the edge that I can't reach or do anything about. Probably should use Shield Guy to try to protect whatever units he can reach that may need it. And I will just have you go deal with that bird. There we go. Hurting their morale a little bit. And I think you can shield, and that's the end of the turn. I could try to Ice Coffin that bird. I don't know if it's really worth it. What's it gonna do? It can do 5 damage to Jormag. Is an Ice Coffin worth preventing 5 damage that I can't heal right now? It might be, actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, that way just all I have to think about is the frost damage. So I'm mitigating as much damage as I possibly can. And then I can finish off these guys easily enough. Berserker can go get the other one while Jormag deals with the bird. One big chomp for 54 damage. There we go. Alright, that's a little better. That's a lot less damage overall. I normally, under normal circumstances, would have gladly taken that auto combat. I still feel like maybe I didn't take quite as much damage, but I still took some. It's just really hard to avoid it with the snowy environmental effect. Alright, well at least we caught that as we were moving past. And now I can move everybody a little further down the road. It's tempting to go after this while I'm back here, but I don't know if I can spare the time for it. We'll see. If I feel like I have enough health after the infestation, but dealing with the infestation has to come first. Jormag did level up, which is very, very good. I can now get, I think I'm going to go ahead and get Heightened Senses. So I want to start being able to see things back here. Although Heightened Senses now isn't, well, you know what? It's still important. I need True Sight back here. We're going to just take that. And then also I get my special upgrade. Now with the dragons, I kind of tend to go with either the Materium or Nature one, but I'm going to read through all of them here and consider everything at least. This increased critical hit chance with each spell cast in combat. Applies to this unit specifically and to resistance. This more damage per negative status effect. And more morale from all sources. Materium is a flat 30% crit chance just out the gate, and 2 defense. Very good. This one gives Nature Aspect, 20 hit points, and Watchful. I really like this one because Watchful gives an extra retaliation attack. And the 20 hit points are just always nice. Order gives you 5 status resistance, which is huge, and inflicts condemned with my attacks. Oh, that actually is very tempting. Unit upkeep is reduced. Does that matter? Unit upkeep shouldn't affect... I didn't think your leader cost unit... Oh wait, no, it does, because dragons have a base upkeep of 30. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I would be saving, like... Okay, that's essentially you save 3 gold per turn. That's actually not a big deal. But the 5 status resistance is very nice, and there's not a lot of other ways to get that. Dang, that's a tempting one. Because status resistance affecting dragons, like your dragon can be super mega powerful, but if your status resistance is low and the enemy can just like debuff you or freeze you or something like that, you're still kind of screwed anyway. So is there any other stuff? Battle magic gives access to status resistance with magecraft and whatnot. It also would benefit my breath attack, which would be pretty cool. I think I'm going to take the extra health. I have 6 status resistance. For the moment, I'm going to say that's good enough. I think health is normally more important. I also need to bear in mind, though, that whatever I pick here is going to give me Empire affinity in that tree. So it may be worth taking a look and seeing what I need from here. And the nature tree does have stuff in it that I really want. I think the nature tree is my favorite. Eventually that natural recovery is going to be huge, and also this one is going to be absolutely massive for me. Expansive reach. Cities may expand to provinces located 2 province further from the center. So that alone is probably enough reason to pick nature. It's going to help me get to that faster, and I'm going to absolutely need that reach because I only have 1 city. Yeah, I have to do nature. Just for that, I think. If I'm on the fence about it, I think that's the correct choice. So we're going to do nature aspect and confirm that. So now Jormag glows green for some reason. Unfortunately, I have no control over the aesthetics of that. I would actually prefer that to be a white or blue color, but there's nothing I can do. So, nature it is. We have decided. Seeker Arrows is done, and you know what? Summon Copper Golem... Oh wait, no, I can't do that. That's against my rules. No summoning units that are anything other than ice, or if I can, water elementals. Also, how do you get water elementals? Does anyone know? Because I don't think they're in any of the tomes. But the tide spirits, the tide spirits and lesser tide spirits, I know I've gotten them from like events and stuff, but I don't think there's a way you can summon them directly. But they would be very useful for my build. And I did say that I am allowed to use them if I can figure out how, but I'm not sure how. This is probably fine for the scout having more. Yeah, I guess none of these really matter that much. I'm tempted to shuffle research, but I don't feel like spending the mana on it, so I'll just get the Enchanted Crow Companion to make the scouts a little better. Yeah, I guess I may as well send this scout out this way. There are some units hiding on those hasteberries. Okay, that's good to know. Guess this is technically a snow tile then. Alright, well, that's lost. This is now a city. This will soon be a city. So at least Noctis is giving me plenty of stuff to burn down. I just have to finish what I'm doing up here and then get down there and deal with it. Alright. Just gotta get rid of this infestation. Honestly, I think I would rather have had my scout see what was in that underground passage over there. I'm curious, but that's okay. You exploring the overworld's fine. Alright. What's the furthest we can move? It's probably with this group. There it is, the Great Bird Nest. Dang, there are 2 phoenixes on that. This is going to be a difficult fight. Spell-tempered shields is ready. I guess I better get that cast. This is going to cut into my mana a little bit, but I need all the advantages that I can get going into this. Also, we're going to start summoning those, getting the Seeker Arrows prepped. I do have another... Oh, my scout, my Pathfinder came back. Okay, he can actually go down the other cave entrance. I'm not going to use a Ritual of Alacrity to heal. Well, actually, I could. There's not really any reason not to. It respawns every 3 turns. This War Shaman is done, so let's drop a little bit of money to get him out. He just needed 4 gold. Let's see here. Masonic Hall is very close. That's 232, but I don't have the money to hurry that. In fact, in this case, that was actually the wrong call for me to get that War Shaman, because I didn't need it on this turn, and now I have to pay its unit upkeep for an extra turn. So that was actually a bad decision. I shouldn't have done that. I don't have enough gold to afford a lot more units. In fact, I think I'll finish that Fury, and then I'll probably stop making units until I can get like a vendor built and some other stuff to help with gold income. But right now, money's a little tight. Is Noctis invading? I think he's sending a hero up here. Well, I just have to go for this. I don't think I can afford to dilly-dally around too much. I have to try to kill this thing. If I can manage to take this out, then I can just focus all my free resources on one front and try to just power my way through. There they are, raising my farms. Hopefully they just spend too much time raising stuff. And see, now the Masonic Hall has dropped, though, because there's enemies in domain, I think, or something. It's boosted with 3 farms. Maybe it's because, yeah, it's because 1 farm is being pillaged. Come on, guys, buzz off. I was really close on that. I could use Imperium to boost and attract population and get another farm. I think I'm going to do that. That reboosts it to 1 turn. And also gives me a slightly quicker way back. I should have maybe gotten that one, actually. That would have been better. That would have been much better, because there's the Fireforge... Oh, wait, no, the Fireforge Stone's occupied. Okay. Well, crap. I probably should have done that a little differently. I'll have enough Imperium to buy another population on the next turn, so I'll just get another one. It's fine. I do get another tome. I'm up to my tier 2s now. And there's primarily 2 that I'm interested in. Tome of the Doom Herald, which does give me, like I was saying in the last episode, I did say Joy Siphoners would be a fine race transformation, stealing morale per hit. I think that's probably worth grabbing. Also, Tome of Glades for the Glade Runners, which I can't really afford right now, but I probably will end up using them. But Tome of Glades doesn't give me really a lot of other stuff. Also, another honorable mention that I will probably try to get eventually is the Tome of Revelry, which I think I skipped, yeah, for Blood Fury weapons, giving my units morale and strengthen when they kill a unit and more physical damage. But for the moment, I think I would really like to get my first race transformation up and get Tome of the Doom Herald. Also, it gives me Cruel Weaponry, which is more damage against units with morale of low or more. I think I'm going to grab this one. There's just stuff in here that I want.
The darkness that creeps from shadow to shadow.
Okay.
Not only brings
probably
disquiet,
should start with Joy Siphoners.
The promise of your arrival.
Even though I don't have enough mana to cast it, maybe I will after this. I definitely am going to want to take that unit by itself if I can, although I think the others may still be in range. Let's move up. No, the others are not in range. Okay. Yeah, they moved way over there. Okay, this is my chance then. I just need to move these guys close enough. They don't need to move all the way. And I'm gonna take the guy who's mounted and have him initiate the combat. I know this is a safe battle. It's just one Grimbeak Crow. Do I need the evil or good alignment? I don't think it actually matters at all. I'm gonna let him go because I would just take unnecessary combat like damage from the blizzard. Yeah, so I don't care. I will let that one go. And just to avoid damage from the blizzard. Okay, this one is going to be tough. I'm very glad those units moved away, though. I got lucky there. This is a low-risk battle. I'm going to see what the auto says, but these phoenixes have to be handled in a very specific way, and I don't think the AI is going to handle them very well. Or, like, have my units handle them very well. But let's find out. Oh my gosh. Okay, I might take that. The problem is I'm not going to heal on my way back to the city, but I didn't lose anything. I don't know if I could have fought that a whole lot better. I'm going to take that. I'm fine with that. I'm pleasantly surprised that it took down 2 tier 4s just like that. Granted, they're weak to frost, so I would have had some bonus damage from the White Witches and stuff, but dang. I don't know, because my hero, the one thing I don't like about this is my hero took one heck of a beating from that. No, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. And I get a wind barrier ring. All right, that actually could be a lot of fun to give Jormag. Look, it's a giant dragon that's hard to hit with range attacks. Cool. Alright, well, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna head back. These units might chase. We'll see what they do. I would like it if they just sort of buzzed off and went away, but I don't think they will. But we have matters to attend to back home. If they do chase and I have to fight them, I'll just have to be very careful how I do that battle. But I think I'm going to run all the way back to my city and use Ritual of Alacrity first. Enchanted Crow Companion is done. I'm not going to bother casting that right now. I can't even afford to cast the Seeker Arrows at the moment. Let's see, the Shrine is... I'm going to take 3 turns after the Masonic Hall is done. Now this might be a case where it's worth hurrying production. Just to spend the 64 gold to get that extra production income now and redirect that into a shrine might be worth it. A shrine or a vendor, for that matter. Which would normally take 3 turns. I think I'm going to hang on to the gold for now. It's getting a little tight. We'll play it slow. Well, no, because I have Perfectionist Artisan, so the faster I build stuff, the more gold I get. So I am going to go ahead and spend that 64 gold. And then I can go straight into the vendor or the shrine. Which do I want more? I guess the shrine, probably. Yeah, let's do the shrine. Okay. The vendor next, probably. Orders are required. You stay there. I am not going to use the Ritual of Alacrity. I think... Well, it is 4 turns until they get back to the city. Alright, I guess there's no reason not to use it right now. It's once every 3 turns, right? And that heals up my scout a little bit. I don't think it's particularly going to be useful for anything, but since these other units can't use it anyway, I suppose I may as well, because it's primarily this guy's army that I want to use it on. Alright, he leveled up, so that is good. He already has 1 level of mage power or whatever. What else do I want to give him? Can give him... I could give him more health, or I could just go straight... I think I'm just going to go straight down the magic line for this guy. Give him the extra resistance, and then he'll be able to get, like, distant evocation and stuff, which are all very, very useful. What do we got over here? Oh, there's a dragon. Just chilling on that Fireforge stone there. Alignment has changed back to evil. Province is being pillaged. Yeah, I know. Leave me alone, Noctis. Hopefully, my units being obscured has some effect on the AI and they don't just magically know where I am. Like what seems to be the case in previous games. Well, these guys are chasing, but I can't really afford the time to go back and deal with them. How much health does this guy have? 7 units for taking like 6 frost damage or something. He's got 5 resistance. He could last 1 round of the blizzard, but not 2, I think. I'm just gonna keep running back to my city. We can't really stop to fight anything else along the way. I wonder if they'll chase the scout underground. Actually, if they get close enough, I could use the scout to initiate the battle. We'll leave the scout there for now and see what they do. Okay, magic origin unit upkeep is reduced by 20%. That's actually probably worth grabbing. Also, tier 1 units cost less upkeep. That also is probably worth grabbing. Both of those are pretty good. Or I could spend the Imperium to get this in my territory. That's also a good option. I have lots of good options right now, and I can pick one of the 3. This would also get me to a population size of 10, which would let me get the Town Hall upgrade. The next level of it. Which would be very, very nice. And Shrine will be done at the end of this turn. I think I'm gonna save the Imperium. How much does it cost? 150? It'll be less on the next turn. We'll see where we're at on the next turn in terms of Imperium. But getting that population to size 10 and allowing my units to get back to the city a little bit faster seems pretty worthwhile. Scout out this little corner of the map here. Nobody seems to be hanging out back here. It's nice and quiet. There's the edge of the world over there. Seeker Arrows is ready. I am not going to cast that until I am ready for combat, because I can't afford to keep this many spells active right now. So we're just going to have to end turn there. Alright, these guys are still following along behind. I think I'm going to deal with them. What is this? Mark of the Sword. I don't know what that is. Cities of this race generate 10% draft for each war their ruler is engaged in. Cities of this race lose 10 city stability for each empire or free city lord that has a diplomatic state better than neutral with their ruler. Well, I'm going to be at war with everybody, so I think this is just good for me all around. Make sure I'm reading this right. This would give draft instead. Oh, these are both bad things. Yeah, I think this is good for me. Yeah, that's just more draft for every war, and I'm going to be at war with everybody. Like, literally every city-state, every player. I think this is a no-brainer. Yeah, we take that. Okay, now I want to try to deal with those guys, and I may need to move back units to help. But also, any units I move in are going to be at risk of getting hurt. I only have one healer in this group to basically bundle everyone up and give them regen. And I have to be extremely careful with this guy, who could die if I'm dumb. Let's see, they have... I think I probably need to wait until I can get back to my capital and get Ritual of Alacrity. They will likely chase me all the way there. The one thing that I'm worried about is them stopping to pillage province improvements, and then I have to go back, and then I have to come all the way back again, and it's just really massively annoying. Okay, I think I've got an idea here. What we do is we simply leave this guy out of the battle. That way I don't have to worry about him dying. He's not going to be that useful in the fight anyway, because he's got a ranged attack, and those guys have wind barrier, and I think there's a shock guy who's hard to hit. I think he has wind barrier. Yeah, so he's basically useless, and it's just the crows. So we're just going to leave him out of the fight entirely. We can replace him with a white witch that can do additional freeze, which seems to work pretty well against these elementals. Is there anyone else I should replace out of here? No, I think the others are fine. Definitely need the healer in there, and the shield unit's good enough. Range units are not ideal, and this guy's too weak. So I think we're going to do that. Then I'll use the scout to initiate this. We'll probably have to do this battle manually. Yeah, definitely going to need to do that one manually. All right, let's retry that. I just need to get these guys off my tail so they're not pillaging crap while I'm trying to run away. Alright, there's that initial burst of cold. And then we gotta focus on stacking everyone up and giving everyone regen. Probably want a shield unit in the center, because this guy has to be on the edge casting his ability. So, Jormag will put up front, scout here. And Berserker there, White Witch there, that looks good. Just give everybody that health. Alright, that regen will counter the effects of the blizzard for a few turns. And I can spread out now. Probably want to get as close to the enemy as I can to end the battle as quickly as possible. These guys are no threat as long as they can't reach me. So let's get you up here, you here. Scout, get out here. Oh wait, actually, I did want to leave people around the shield guy if I can. All right, this will be fine for now. Jormag can take a little bit extra punishment. It's all good. All right, here they come. Oh, he could reach Jormag. Okay, I didn't see that coming. I might need to rotate the camera a little bit here because Jormag's just too darn big. Okay. So those guys are both directly adjacent to Jormag. And I have two White Witches that can freeze stuff. 90% chances all around, as well as the guy in back. I think the obvious play here is to either try to freeze them with this, which would do a lot of damage, or do the tail swipe. Either way would be good. I don't think it's worth trying to freeze them with the White Witches, because I can just basically straight up kill them. So I don't see a need to do that. I will probably need the shield guy and this guy to finish them off. Maybe what I'll do is freeze one, kill the other, and if he could do just a little bit more damage, that would make this a lot easier. All right, I think the Frost Breath is what I'm going to go with, because that does have a small chance to freeze, and if it freezes one of them, then that means it's one that I don't have to worry about. Okay, it just slowed both of them, so I do need to finish them off on this turn. Oh, he took a retaliation hit there. Alright, in that case, I could kill that one with the frozen. Alright, I'm gonna do that. Find the White Witch that's further back. That is the White Witch that's further back, okay. Use her to finish him off. Use these guys to finish this guy off. Use her to freeze that one in place. She'll need to move up for that, but I can protect her with Shaman Man. And we freeze those guys so they can't move. And I've got Ice Coffin in my back pocket if I need it, but for now, we'll let the birds approach. We kind of want them to get closer. Alright, this looks fine for now. Okay, they're gonna bite into his extra health a little bit, but it doesn't really hurt me. Okay, Jormeg's still got that tail swipe. And it might come in handy here if I can get the Berserker or the, or her out of the way. If I could cancel that one's retaliation, that would be good. Or either one's retaliation, really. Or just kill one entirely. That would poison it. She's actually got pretty good chance to damage that one. I think what I want to do is damage this one though, so I can move the White Witch. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's damage you. Okay. And have you can finish him off. Have the scout somehow shoot underneath the dragon's tail and land those hits. That allows me to back her off. This actually didn't really pan out like I was expecting. I kind of screwed this up a little bit. That's okay. It doesn't matter that much. We're going to cancel his retaliation. Jormag is just going to go nuts on that one in the front, and I'll freeze this guy with Ice Coffin back here. Actually, I might be able to stun him with the shields. No, I don't think the shields can get out. We'll just do this again. Oh no, 3 damage in blind. But these guys could kill that one. And they can't quite reach. Okay, I'm gonna use them to defend then. To protect everyone from the ice, and we'll just... Is it even worth freezing him when I'm this low on mana? Probably not. I don't think he's any threat. He's taken enough damage. Oh, he just died from the cold. Okay, that works too. Alright, finally, that's the last remnants of that infestation. They are no longer anything that I have to worry about. Okay, good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna... Okay, now the next thing I need to do, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this tile here. I probably want to grab a quarry, I think, because I've got... Well, what... They've pillaged a farm, but I did get another one back. I guess my quarries are all kind of behind my line. What benefit would a quarry provide me? Not a lot right now. Okay, I'm going to let the Fury Archer finish naturally. I'm not going to make that mistake again. If I build the quarry there, then everyone does move faster back to the capital. And it is a fairly isolated place with just fire stuff on it. Dang, the fire... Now getting the Fireforge stone is super tempting, because that would be perfect for my setup, but I am really stretching my units here for that. But a lot of these guys would be pretty easy to freeze, I think. And honestly, that's not the toughest stack. Now I really want to come back here and clear that. Or try to get it on my way through. I think I might be able to. I just need to be mindful of the units that can't be in the battle. Alright, you come out here. I could use him to help. I think we can make this work. In fact, yes, I will hurry the production of that Fury. That way I can bring both of these units out. We're going to make this happen on the way back. That's a little too valuable for my situation to pass up. That's an extra 20 production, which will help with building buildings, and units cost 20% left draft. That's absolutely beautiful for me. I'm just, again, really, really pushing it here. I am going to get started on that town hall upgrade, so I'm going to go ahead and attract population. I know I'm going to get this in my territory. The question is, do I want a conduit or a research post? I think probably a conduit in the current situation. Mana is tight right now. They are pillaging my research post out there. There is nothing I can do about that right now. So we're just going to have to do this. We'll get the conduit. And that'll at least help me cast, like, Seeker arrows and stuff, and keep my mana from going into the negative. In fact, I still can't cast Seeker arrows. It's still too expensive. I'm going to move these units as far back as I can, and probably leave them in that stack. I'm going to change it slightly. We're going to drop... I definitely want the Evokers in here. We're going to drop that guy and replace him with this one, who has a little more health in Jormag's army. This guy can go here, actually. He's still within 3 tiles for launching the battle. I'm going to use the scout to actually start the fight. This guy has to get back to the city. He is basically not usable until he heals up. I'm going to make him take a longer arc up, just in case there's something hiding in the snow that I can't see. And then really anybody who has like more than half of their health can stay. So like these two are good, because I'm gonna have another healer guy with their stack. These two are a little too on the low side, I think. So I'm gonna send them back with him. And I think between all these units plus the scout, which I can use to actually initiate the battle, we can get that Fireforge stone. And that will be very, very good for us in the long run. Ruler leveled up. Jormag has leveled up again. We're going to grab that heightened senses too. That's all-around awareness, so unit cannot be flanked. And also 2 vision and sensing range, which is going to be huge. We need information in this area, so I'm going to take that heightened senses too. We need, because that's going to pair very well with the true sight and let me see through this blizzard. Jormag's already a flying unit, so he has a little extra sight anyway. We're going to leave everybody here for this turn. And on the next turn, we'll move them up. We'll use the scout to initiate combat. And then that is as far, I think that's as far as I can push this army reasonably. I think on the next turn, I'll probably go ahead and use Ritual of Alacrity on these guys once, even though there's only 3 of them in that stack, because it'll take a couple more turns for them to get back, and I will probably camp in Frost Citadel until I could use it a second time before going to fight Noctis anyway. We can now get Town Hall, Halls of War. That's the Berserkers. I don't think well, I actually can't afford to buy any units right now, so we're just going to have to go for the Town Hall itself. Let's see. Let's go southeast with these guys. I see a tower down there, so I normally would like to try to go grab that. I moved him too far and veered off the road by accident. All right, leave you guys there. Spell's ready to launch. I am aware of that. There is not much I can do. Just gonna have to end turn and hope that I have enough time. Yeah, they're pillaging all my stuff, but I can't do anything to stop that right now. If that infestation hadn't been crammed back here along with the other one, none of this would have happened. But whatever. I think in the long run, I can make good out of this as long as I can punch through Noctis's initial wave and get access to Astral Anchorage and that outpost. Well, specifically get this. I need to get this. It'll be a city by the time I get down there. I raise it to boost my economy, then build my own outpost, and then move on and raise these two. Because he's probably going to try to turn those all into cities, I think. Let's see. We got... Oh, hang on. City structures cost less gold to build. Did I just... Man, I should have waited and gotten that beforehand. Well, I'll have to get it later now, because I've already spent the money and the production's already underway. I'm still going to pick this up now, I think. That or one of the others that reduces unit upkeep, or I guess it was that one that I was looking at, Magic Origin upkeep. That's actually not gonna affect much. That's only gonna affect my one Snow Spirit. I think I'm gonna pick the this one right now, because I actually have quite a few. I'm losing 171 in unit upkeep. I have quite a few tier 1 units. And that would help with money. And this one I can pick up later, so I'm gonna get this one now. That takes me from 47 to 57 gold per turn. I'll take that. And then by the time the City Hall is done, that one will be ready, and I definitely want to get that for making all my buildings cheaper. Okay, I can get at least these guys in the city, and yes, we will use that Ritual of Alacrity now. Okay, that helps. They could actually make it all the way back and participate in this battle if I wanted to. Might be worth it. Just as support for the other units, I could get a few more of the wounded ones out of here. I know I'm going to want these guys in here because they're full health. Maybe I'll just send the hero back and round out that army like that. Yeah, I'll do that. Everybody else, I think, will be okay. Alright, we use the scout, initiate the battle. And it says low risk. I would almost guarantee that auto combat's going to lose stuff for me here. It didn't. I think I'll take that. I don't really have any follow-up battles that these guys need to do. They're just going to go back to the city and patch themselves up, so I will accept that win. And then finally, this scout will see what's at the other side of that underground. And I can get Jormag's army back most of the way, and this guy's army back part of the way. You know what? We're going to just move them all together. I'm not going to split up because I don't know. Well, actually, Jormag can see, so they are safe. There's nothing hidden around here, so... But it doesn't really give me any benefit to getting them back any sooner or later anyway, so I may as well leave them close. Let's see, they're 1, 2, 3 spaces apart. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Get them back on the next turn. And then we can finally redirect all of our attention to freaking Noctis. But I do have a Fireforge stone now, and extra production in my city. I'm up to 126 production in Frost Citadel. This is really, really good. Okay, you get back on the road and go check out that tower. Another infestation down here. Hopefully it doesn't send crap after me. Oh, really hopefully it doesn't send crap after me. There's a lot of stuff in there. 2 bone dragons. Yeah, that's not something that I could very easily deal with. The ruined province can be rebuilt. Well, I'm not going to just feed the enemy money, so we'll rebuild it later once I can actually get military control over that territory. Spell's ready to launch Seeker Arrows. We're going to ignore it for now and let mana build up because we're not doing any fights at the moment. My poor army. I've asked so much of them up in this northeastern corner of the map. They really, really need a break. Ritual of Alacrity won't be ready for another 2 turns, I think. So yeah, we have to wait here for a little bit, which is unfortunate. It's just, we want to make sure the weakest... It only affects the units on the city center, I believe. So, yes, center of the city or outpost. So I need the absolute most wounded and beat up units. And then, crap, we got another enemy coming in, and they've got knights that are all gold rank. Guys, this is going to be a really hard game. I don't know if I can do this. It's the defense buffs that they got with the Wyvern patch. Like, if this was just regular AI before pre-Wyvern patch, I would feel fine. But I was not expecting those defense buffs. I didn't realize that was a thing until after I had started this game. This is going to be absolutely phenomenally difficult. But we're going to try to make it happen. I'm going to give it my best shot. Alright, we'll move the dragon back. We need everybody who needs healing the most on the center. That includes the dragon, both heroes, the berserker. Both of those frost evokers, they've been huge this game. And probably, let's see, maybe either shield guy or archer lady, one of those two.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll give it to more wounded shield guy, I think. No, we'll give it to archer lady. She's a tier 2. Can maybe get more mileage out of her. Shield guys can still be useful even with barely any health because they've still got that shield bash that they can do. But yeah, those units are the ones that I'm going to use the Ritual of Alacrity on. Good gosh, I need that Frostling transformation. Alright, well, that's the best we can do for now. 2 turns until the Town Hall upgrade, and then at least I can make Berserkers. I don't think I'm going to build anything else at the moment. You know what? I will build another White Witch. They have been huge this game. I will spend the money on that. We need more units that are healthy anyway. I can't wait for Ritual of Alacrity to get done. What I might want to consider doing is trying to find another spot that isn't snow, like this spot over here maybe, and seeing if I could get my units down there and build an outpost and use that as a staging ground / healing area for fighting Noctis. Because Noctis is being kind of slow about invading my territory. Getting down here could... excuse me. Because that's not snow. Well, that actually just says forest as well. Is that not snow? Oh, hang on. Those haste berries... I think the units hiding on them are considered in a forest or something? What is this particular tile? Because there are invisible units on that, so I assumed they were invisible because of the snow. But this says snow forest. This just says forest. Is there another one that's like the entire thing is a forest, but it still says snow? I think this is a province that I could heal in. I'm pretty sure that one is. I think this one is too. It's kind of hard to tell, but it doesn't say it's snow, so maybe? I forgot there's that quest over there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I've got too much other stuff. Alright, well, for now, everyone needs to stay put, except for you. I just wanted you to take a peek and see what's down here. A couple mana nodes. We'll have a look around. Maybe there's some pickups down there. Alright, well, off to the next turn then, I guess. We just have to kind of wait around in this city until Ritual of Alacrity can be used again, unfortunately. I hate wasting time, but sending units to their deaths is not going to help me. If I had an extra scout, I would use him to go stand on that tile, although he'd probably get picked off by... Wait, hang on. Wasn't there units standing in this territory? I could see them. So either they ran off. I'll have to keep an eye out, because if they come running out of nowhere here, out of that province, then that means they were hidden on it. It means it's snow, but I really don't think it's snow. It's just, what's throwing me off is the blizzard effect. But I think that's just like screen wide, as if you're generally hovering over a snowy area. All right, we wait one more turn, and then we ship out. One more Ritual of Alacrity, and then we try to get an outpost founded down there. He's being reinforced by a lot of guys. Oh man, that's a lot of knights. Alright, on the next turn I'll have another Frost Witch, so that's good. Joy Siphoners is ready, but I don't have anywhere near enough mana to cast that. I don't really need any of these that bad. This one, actually this one could be good. Awakened Tools could be really good if you're doing the one city challenge thing, because with Perfectionist Artisans, I'm gonna have a lot of city stability. I'm gonna have more than enough. So I actually will go ahead and grab that. That could be handy. Alright, you just keep exploring that corner. I don't see any other pickups. It looks like probably that's the edge. No, there is another mana node back there that I didn't see. Okay, there's no free pickups back there. So we'll explore other angles down there. Somebody's building something over here. I'll just keep veering in and out of that infestation. Yes, I know. Spell ready to launch. And we are going to still wait on that and end the turn. We can do Ritual of Alacrity. I think it's this next turn. Yep. And the Halls of War will be done. I will start making Berserkers. I don't care if it costs money, unless I can't afford to make them while still making a building. And speaking of making buildings, it needs to be a tavern. We are low on gold. So I can't afford a Berserker. No, not a tavern. What am I talking about? Well, I didn't want to do that. I wanted the vendor, not the tavern. Okay, I guess we're paying for both of those up front. Unless I can... Nope, I already used production towards it. Crap. Alright, well, we'll just let it be. I may have to wait a turn longer, but I will be getting more Berserkers. Okay, everybody. Do I have any spells that... I don't have spells that heal an army stack, right? That would have been really useful here. Alright, Ritual of Alacrity, time it is. Let's do it. Alright, so that gets these guys back into fighting shape, mostly. And I do think that my plan of getting an outpost set up down here is probably the best one. I have to have somewhere where I can heal and stage attacks from. If I don't have that, I will not win this game. I'm going to move Jormag's army down the road, and we may need to spend some money to build roads. But I don't know. I'm going to move faster in my own territory, so I'll go as far through my own territory as I can. But we are going to move cautiously. Maybe even one tile at a time, just to make sure that I don't get surprised by something that's hiding in the snow. But it looks like we're clear. Okay, we're clear so far. Can I get to that tile on the next turn? I can. If that truly is a not snow tile, landing on it, I should be able to build an outpost. I may build an outpost regardless. we're going to move everybody else down too, so I'll move them there. And you guys here. Does feel good to be actually moving towards the enemy, though, for a change. Okay. Underground passage. Gonna pass right past that and see what is over there. And there's another... I see another tower over here that I think I would like to grab. Just pick up as many of those as you're exploring the map. It's a good way to fill things in. Alright, still going to hold off on Seeker arrows, I think, until I actually know I'm going to be in a fight. I would rather let my mana pile up and try to get that Joy Siphoners race transformation. And there's something I want to check on that vendor that I'm building. Okay, devouring the light. What is this? It's a quest. I don't care about this, I guess. Well, we'll see. We'll see where they spawn. I don't think there's any disadvantage to failing a quest, as far as I know. Please correct me if I'm wrong about that, but there does not seem to be. Okay, that put them in a spot that I might actually be able to deal with. These other ones are a little bit more irritatingly out of the way. Alright, and now I can see the birds that are on this tile. Although I don't know what prompted that. Maybe moving Jormag close enough, but they are in Arctic blizzards. So I don't know why it doesn't tell me that this is snow. It just says forest. Maybe because it's literally only forest tiles, plus the haste berries. Whereas like a tile like this does have snow terrain on it. Yeah, it's telling me, it'd be like grasslands or whatever. It's telling you the type of terrain, not the climate. So that's a problem. You can actually kind of see the difference in the hue color of the trees. So like these kind of bluish whitish ones are snow. So that's also a snow forest because it's literally all forest. But this is normal terrain. So I actually need to get quite a bit further down, unfortunately. That's a problem. How close am I to this vendor? Is hurrying production worth it? No, it is not. We need to let that one finish normally. Well, that's my only play, though. I can't fight Noctis from here. He will bring in... He's got friends. He will bring in reinforcements to protect that outpost. I've got to get all the way down here to make an outpost so that I have an area that I can stage attacks from. Either there or there. I think now might be a good time to figure out how to build roads, which is something I haven't really messed with a lot in this game. So I've got 103 gold. How much does it cost to build a road? A cost of 3 per hex. And I probably want a unit that see, I want to go probably down from here. Probably want a unit that can traverse terrain faster. So we'll take this guy, and I'll start the road from here at that corner and start moving down. Okay, we'll build the road just straight down like that and get about as far as I can while still... He needs to be able to make it back to the army. I don't want him to get caught out on his own. In fact, I am going to move Jormag up with him with that true sight to make sure nothing's sneaking up on me. It looks like we're okay here, though. Okay, that's about as far as they can go on this turn. I think I will be content with that because I can't get out of the snow on this turn anyway, but I will be able to on the next turn, I think. Maybe he needs to build it just a little bit further. No, I don't think he can. because no matter what, this is the furthest these guys can go. He's already built a road on that tile. So, yeah, that's the best these armies can do. All right, we'll move him back with Jormag there, and we'll finish the road with him on the next turn. And then everyone else should be able to get the rest of the way down, I think. Or at least close enough to be within range of being protected by this army. I can get them all the way down there. That's probably worth doing as long as no one can grab or jump me. It looks like I am safely out of range of all their units. So that's good. I would love to cast that spell on my city, but I can't afford the mana cost of it right now. This would be handy. I think I will try to get Blizzard. That I would not mind. Because that's a spell I could cast on their armies on the overworld, and if they're in the snow, they're going to have to back out of the snow to heal the damage from it. Okay, there's an infestation across the water over there, and it looks like probably nothing down here. Let's get this tower. And I see territory way back here, as well as an underground passage. We've reached the southeastern corner of the map. There's Purple's capital. Still not going to spend the money to rebuild those. I kind of need it for roads. Alright, spells ready to cast. Got everybody in a 3-stack, so we're nice and safe. What else is the other spell ready? Oh, Awaken Tools, right. I'm not going to channel that yet. We're still going to save up for that race transformation, I think. My economy is just kind of stalled out, and that's not good. I've got to get it up and running again. Fortunately, the AI is giving me time, if nothing else. So let's go back into road building mode with this guy. We're literally going right past this quest, so at least that works out kind of nicely. Build the road there, and once we reach this line right above those guys, that's where units can start to heal. So that group won't be able to quite get it on this turn, but the rest of them will, and I don't think I'm going to fight them right now. I would rather get the outpost set up. So let's build one more road just to get in here, and then I can use him to build an outpost for 38 gold in one turn. I think I've got the work camp upgrade already. Do I have that? Yeah, I do. Okay. Okay, so we're going to grab that. That will be finished in one turn, and then we can finally start healing and use this as like a little base of operations. I guess, can he build the road the rest of the way, or does it matter? I don't know. I guess we'll build one more. Straight to the outpost. And then this army can get pretty far. And this one can't quite get in. You know what, we'll do this. There's more units in that stack, so they can heal at least a little bit here. If I could get these units onto this tile, they would heal over the course of that turn. But I don't know if I want to do that battle. Well, I don't know. That actually doesn't look too bad. I have a lot of very injured units. I think I'll wait. I just wonder what the reward for that quest would be, because this says this is a safe battle. So I probably could do it. What are we up against? Dawn Defenders, Bannermen, Chaplains. You know what? I think we'll save that for the next episode. I need to wrap this one up. I've been at this episode for a while. But I think I like the position that I'm in. If I can get that outpost up and get some safe healing down here, I think I can make something out of this still. And you guys can let me know in the comments if you think I should take this on this turn or wait. Because the advantage of taking it on this turn is I can move that whole stack onto it, get the safe battle, and then they're technically out of the snow, so they'll heal like 5 HP. But it's not like a huge deal, and it only affects 3 units. Meanwhile, I could wait and just let the outpost finish, and these armies will heal a little bit. So And then they'll heal a lot the turn after it's finished. They won't heal this next turn because it's being built, but the turn after that, once it's already built, they'll heal plenty. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments as to what I should be doing. Also, it's worth mentioning that I am going to progress down the nature line and get that faster healing eventually. The more I get down the nature line, I probably should have picked Tome of Glades, honestly, before the Tome of the Doom Herald, just for that reason alone. But I can't go back on it now. But thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying this series so far, which looks to be absolutely brutally difficult. I really hope I can pull this off, but we will see what happens. I will make no promises on this one, guys. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you all in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Brayden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Roderick, Sarah Feingold, and Tibby and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.